So I'm going to do a little bit of a controversial read, but I feel like it's really important to kind of get it out there. Because there's some things that are coming through in this reading, with the George Floyd case. God rest his soul, what the poor man suffered. But there's some things that as I was reading Thoth here, which is my brutal deck, there's some things that really need to be, let known about this man. But we know, everybody knows what happened with the knee, and he was suffocated and crushed, really. But I want to take note of something. He is represented here as the Knight of Cups, which is a very good, kind type of person. That is him. He's just a good, kind person. But another thing I drew is the sun. The sun normally denotes innocence for me. It is normally, especially at a read like this, would make him an innocent person. So there is apparently the thing that he may have used to counterfeit bill was the thing, and that's the reason why they were called. Now I know shop owners are required to call if somebody does that. But what people need to understand, and it's what I was feeling today before I even sat down, is that not everybody knows that the bill is counterfeit because they circulate. They circulate. So I really feel that he was innocent, and I feel that's another reason I wanted to do this reading, that this man was innocent and did not know the bill was counterfeit. And that is very important to understand. So I want to get it out there for the record, at least what the spirit is saying. Now, the officer shows us the emperor. This is the very first card. The reason why I'm doing this reading is, will George Floyd get justice? This is what I want to get to. I want to get to the heart of the matter. He shows us the emperor, who can be cruel. He goes into battle and so forth, and he can be cruel. But I also note the emperor also represents kind of the system, as it is a major arcana. It kind of represents the whole system of all of this, the good old boy kind of thing, and hiding police brutality and giving them a pass. Apparently, he has a history. Now, I do have some cards to represent the other three officers. As you can see, is with the princess and the knight, they're represented here. But the card that crosses all of them is the card ruin. And we know everyone was fired and so forth. So their career is over. Now, as far as justice coming for what they did, standing around, I really don't feel, in looking at this, that they're going to go down for murder, just so you know. I don't feel it's going to happen. I feel it's going to be something else. I would find it very hard to believe. But this one, there's some things popping up. The main one who took his life. I feel what's going to go down in looking at this. I do feel there will be some success with prosecuting him. I do get that. I've got the success card. But I notice I've got the Three of Pentacles. So that makes me feel that he is most likely going to take a plea. I normally see this in a handshake agreement. Some kind of deal is reached if I'm reading something that has to do with court or charges and so forth. So I do feel that the attorney that he's got is really going to try to work it down, because he doesn't want him to go away for a long time. And we know he's in hiding. He's not going anywhere. He's staying in his house because he knows everybody wants a piece of him with the hermit. He's going to, pretty much hide from public view. He may even move. He may even have to move to a place to be secluded. That is very possible. The attorney, I can see the magician to represent the prosecutor. This is the one. I do feel they are going to do this. I do feel they are going to aim to prosecute, because the mayor is backing this and everybody wants this done. They're really forced to do it, whether they want to do it or not. So I do feel they will take the case and they are going to look at charges. So I do not want you guys to fear that there will be no charges. There will be. They're looking at the Ace of Pentacles. I feel there will be a lawsuit as well. I do feel there is going to be a civil suit brought against the officers. Maybe all four, probably all four. I do feel something with it. Let me draw a little bit more. And I know a lot of people are worried right now, especially who live out there with everything going on, and it's very unrest. Um, things, I feel people are good at heart. They really are. The people that are just upset and angry, I know they're good, you know, they're just very upset. Inevitably, it'll calm down, but I really feel it's probably going to be a little bit unrest until that prosecutor really says, okay, let's get this done. We got to get this done. That's the main thing that's going to get everybody to kind of relax and calm down. So, let me look a little bit more. Yeah, and I just threw the Six of Swords. I really feel this guy, I really feel the main officer that's represented by the Emperor is going to move. I feel a physical move. They're going to get him out of there. Everybody knows where he lives. So he can't stay there because, now his life is in danger. That's one of the things. Looking at the Eight of Cups, one of the feels is I do not feel, I hate to say it, I do not feel he's going to stay in prison the rest of his life or anything like that. I really feel some kind of deal is going to be reached. Will it be enough that he goes into jail, though? That's one of the things. I do feel he will do some time. I do feel, this is not going to get swept under the rug. They can't do that. They just can't. This is a very blatant case of police brutality that led to a death, and it's unavoidable, and they can't do that. And I just drew the Gain card again. So I do feel the family. I do feel a civil suit. I feel a civil suit is going to occur, and I do feel they are going to win big. They're definitely going to win big. But I do feel, I notice I do have the Judgment card. The Judgment card, I feel like judgment is going to be very swift because it's not even just about, getting justice at this point, but really divine justice. I feel like there is going to be some divine justice. But everybody who is frustrated, we need to have patience. Everything will come out in its own due time. This is the card Temperance of divine patience, especially. So everything will take care of itself. So, try not, it's outrageous and it is very frustrating. But at this time, everybody, we've just got to be like, okay, we've got to trust spirit on this. We really got to trust spirit. But I do feel the sentence will be enough. I get the happiness card. I do feel people will rejoice with it. It may, as far as life without parole, I feel like some kind of agreement is reached here. And normally if it's life without parole, it's not an agreement thing, that's not, but I do feel, I have a feel seeing that works card, seeing the Three of Pentacles, it may not even go to trial. There may be just some kind of agreement where the prosecutor is going to say, okay, we'll do this. And he knows it's his ass because he's straight on video, He's on video doing this in front of the world. And, we've had this with Rodney King. We had this with Rodney King. We had evidence but this is, Rodney King survived. That's what's the different with his case. So, but I do feel something, I feel like he's not going to want to go to trial. And I feel like some kind of offer is going to be made. I do feel they will agree on it and he will accept those charges. But yes, I especially want to do the read. It's not as much even to do the justice part, but to get the message out, that the man was innocent. He was, he didn't intend to use that bill. He didn't intend to commit a crime. He didn't know. And that's the thing with the son, his innocence. He didn't know.